Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're flying the Fenix A320 as Air Canada from Toronto to Montreal. It's about an hour and 20-minute flight, shouldn't be that long. It is pretty cloudy during the flight, but should be okay overall. I do sound a bit sick, I do have a cold. Hopefully it'll disappear soon, so my voice might sound a little bit different because of this cold, but gotta continue making content and doing these flights. APU started up, we're gonna hop in the cockpit here and make sure everything else is ready to go, and then we'll get Pushback, start the engines, and head on out of here. Alright, so with this, if we have the APU now up and running, we can disconnect from ground power gone. We'll take a look at our GPU, remove that. We also want to make sure that our parking brake is set. It is indeed. Remove all ground equipment. Alright, so all ground equipment doors are all closed and locked. Aircraft is loaded. This is what we're looking at. Pretty much a full flight. It's literally a full flight over to Montreal. And everything looks good there. So we will call up ground here and get our pushback. Alright, so engine page is on. Takeoff performance is on there, and we'll release the parking brake. Up top looks good. Alright, we will flip the switch to start, and we'll do engine 1 first. Alright, and engine 2 now start. Engine 2 starting up. Alright, parking brake set. Alright, and pushback tug will disconnect. Okay, so engines are started, all good up there. We'll take a look up top. APU bleed off, APU master switch off. That all looks good, and we'll go to our flight control test. So when they tell us we're clear, then we can do some flight controls. We do need to get some pitch trim in there, which we can do right now, so it's down 0.6. There we go, down 0.6. And then when they say clear left and clear right, then we'll do a flight control test. And then everything should be fine from there. And then we'll be ready for taxi here. Alright, flaps 1, or is it flaps 2? Flaps 1. And we'll do a flight control test. So we'll look in the bottom right there, our flight control screen. Left aileron, right aileron, full down, full up. Controls are free, rudder check, everything is free. Awesome, we'll also arm the speed brake for rejected takeoff, and auto brakes set for rejected. Taxi light on, and APU is going to be turning down here. If we take a look at the APU page, it should be turning down. Release the parking brake, give some power, and we will now start our taxi and head to runway 24 right for departure. Alright, so we're gonna ping the cabin. Let them know that we're getting ready for departure coming up here very shortly. We're a heavy flight, full flight to Montreal. Because of, yeah, this is probably a very popular route in real life. Flying from Toronto to Montreal, so it's gonna be like that in here probably too. Alright, we'll head up top, turn our landing lights on. Takeoff light, nose light to take off. Strobe on, all lights are on, cabin's been notified. Up top looks good, flaps are set at 1, speed brake, everything's set. We are ready for takeoff. We'll line up on the runway here, and then get our takeoff power set. Alright. Give some power here. Yep. I know. And takeoff power set, man flex 66, SRS runway, auto thrust blue, all good. $100 knots, neutral on the stick. V1, rotate. Don't know why my V collos didn't work. Gear up. Nice, beautiful rotation on out of Toronto here. Now we'll just continue our climb. Alright, we're lowering the nose. Power to climb. And autopilot engage. There we go. Spoilers can go away because now we're on the climb out here. Flaps can come up. And we'll go direct to the next waypoint now. So go direct. Boom. And go direct to the next waypoint and continue our climb out. All right, we are now above 10,000 feet, and right now it's actually pretty calm. So we'll take a look up top. Nose light, of course, can come off. Landing lights off. Runway turn-offs and wing light off. Seatbelt sign off. And everything looks good there. Now that we're above 10,000 feet, sit back, relax, and we'll climb out, or continue our climb out here, out of Toronto, and continue making our way towards Montreal. Our speeds, everything's good here. Yep, everything looks good. Let's continue our climb out here and make our way towards Montreal. All right, so we are now coming up to our 33,000 feet cruise altitude here. Everything's looking good. We take a look up top. Everything good up top. With our fuel and everything, we're looking good on fuel, and our flight plan's good. We got like two more waypoints, and then we'll be on our top of descent. We will set up our arrival information just before the top of descent into Montreal. But the weather in Montreal is looking better than what it was in Toronto, which is good. We're landing 2-4 right at Toronto as well. Nothing to be concerned about. Right now it's a nice calm flight, and we'll continue cruising here, making our way towards Montreal. And we'll get ready for our top of descent here very shortly. All right, so we're coming up to our top of descent here to enter Montreal. Well, we're going to bring this down to 3,000 for the glide slope and ILS into Montreal. And then we'll take a look at our performance page. And this is what we're looking at for our performance page into Montreal. So everything's looking good there. We're going to hit the knob here very shortly to start our descent into Montreal. Now everything's looking good. Weather is still perfect. We have 4-knot crosswind on 24 right and a 0-knot headwind. So, sorry, 0-knot tailwind. So everything's looking good there. All right, we will hit down on the knob, and the aircraft will now start its descent, and we'll make our way down to 3,000 feet so we can get ready for the glide slope and localizer into Montreal on runway 24 right. So right now, we'll descend and make our way on down. All right, we are coming up to our 10,000 foot mark, so we're gonna take a look up top and get our seatbelt sign on, landing lights, runway turnoffs, and wing light. Nose light we don't turn on, of course, until the gear's down. Everything up top is good. So with that, we'll just continue our descent here. We got the speed brake out so we can maintain our descent rate and path, and then we'll be getting ready for the landing. Now, we do have a 1 knot tailwind. Shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully. So we'll see what happens. 1 knot tailwind, not a big deal, but 3 knot crosswind coming in for 2-4 right. So hopefully by the time we land it will be still 1 knot or less. All right, so as you guys see, we are flying through some clouds. So this is fun. By the time we hopefully touch down or get close up, it will be less, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna bring the speed brake back out just to maintain our descent. We're going down to 3,000 feet. ILS has been tuned, all that is good. So we'll be getting ready for the approach here very shortly. Holy, what are we flying through? Went straight through some clouds changing, I'm pretty sure. Speed brake we can put away now. And then arm it. Same as auto brakes set there. Up top looks good. We're in and out of the clouds here, so we might not see the runway until hopefully before minimums is what I'm hoping for. But can we take a look and see the ground? No, we can't even see the ground out the window here. Okay. That is, that's nice. So we'll see how this goes. There's the ground. Let's turn to the right here very shortly. Let's go. Turn to the right. Landing system on. We can see some ground. That's nice. And it's a little bit blue sky. So we just flew through a patch of dark clouds, I guess. And it's going to be 139 on approach, 134 for landing. All right. We can click localizer now. And then it should pick it up here. There we go. Localizer's been picked up. Plane's moving across. We're going to be just able to see the runway. Okay, this will be fun. And glide slopes coming up. We'll be reducing speed very shortly to 180. We'll just do 200 right now. In the cabin. There we go. And approach mode, 180. Flaps 1. Bring this down to 160. We're gonna bring our speed brake out.
2,500.
Checked. Gear coming down. And nose light on. Sounds are up, so you guys can hear all the sounds of the sim. Flaps 2. I really hope we're not going to be doing and 139. We'll bring that speed brake in here shortly. 139 and then 138, then 133. Okay. I think that's the runway right there. Okay, so 133 we're going to be bringing up here. Flaps full, speed brake arm, auto brakes, everything up top looks good. Let's bring down to 133 now. Correct, 133. We'll get ready for this now. Got a bit of a tailwind. Not that bad though, should be okay. Weather is awful here in Montreal, but hopefully we can get a good landing. Can't guarantee it's gonna be good because of the... Just I haven't flown this plane for a while, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, autopilot disconnect.
1,000.
I got control, my aircraft. Enjoy the landing, everybody. A little bit above the glide slope, but we'll make it and correct it.
Hundred above. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
And we're down. A little bit of a crazy float there. Reverses green decel. Reverses green decel. Speed brakes up. Everything looks good there. Welcome to Montreal, everybody. That was actually not that bad of a landing. That was a pretty good landing. I did aim for the touchdown markers, but then I kind of pulled back on the stick a little bit too much and kind of floated a little bit, and then we touched down just after that, so it's all right. We'll turn off our landing and flight directors, and we can bring the flaps on up. Flaps coming up. Speed brake. And we're going to take this exit right here. And then we're looking for gate 48 to park and deboard the aircraft. We'll turn all our lights off that we need off. So nose light to taxi, landing lights off, runway turn-offs off, and wing light off, and strobe light off. All that looks good. We'll get that APU also started up. And we'll get our gates sorted with ground. We're going to be going straight to that towards that terminal there, and then we turn left on the inner line that's closer to the terminal. We got the APU starting up, and we'll continue our taxi here. That was actually a pretty good flight. The weather is crazy. So leaving Toronto, weather was okay. Arriving into Montreal, weather was pretty cloudy. Low visibility on the just before you come out of the clouds there. So not turning left here, but we're turning left on the next one, and then we follow the line to the left, and our gate is gate 49 actually, not 48. Alright, taxi light can go off so we don't blind the ground team. There's our dude right there. start our turn here. Give some power here so we can continue moving. All right. Parking brake has been set. Checked. Parking brake is set. APU is running. We'll cut the engines here shortly. APU is running. That looks good. And engines off. We'll take a look up top, get our beacon light off. Go ground services, throw the GPU on, chocks and cones are on. That's good. We'll take a look up top, get our exterior power on, and turn off that APU. Seatbelt sign can come off so people can get their bags and get ready to get off the airplane, and we will get all the passengers off the aircraft now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight sim video of the Fenix Airbus A320-200 as Air Canada flying from Toronto to Montreal. It was a pretty interesting flight. Departure was okay, and then arriving to Montreal, the weather was iffy, but everything good in the end. We're deboarding the passengers and the cargo here off the aircraft, and that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace!